channel. As you can see by the title, I took 2 weeks off social media and I just thought I'd explain it a bit. If you follow me on Instagram, I did post on my stories a bit why. I just thought I'd do a little video, little clips, and explaining what I did, if I think it helped, and just any tips I have. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I don't know if it's, you know, the January, February, winter blues, but I was just feeling really low, and I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I'm not cured, I don't feel better. I just thought I needed to hit pause and to at least tune into my emotions a bit and see what's really happening beneath the surface rather than just pushing it under and like trying to distract myself and everything. So I deleted all social media, including like Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook Messenger, YouTube, my YouTube studio on my app, like everything. I didn't consume any YouTube either. I just did not want to know about anyone else's life, if I'm honest, for 2 weeks. Just me, myself and I. So I'm really just not looking at anyone else and I'm staying in my own lane. What does Leanne want? Who is Leanne? What does she want? You know, just really tuning into myself, I guess. And I think it's in a world of, you know, it's very digital focused, it's very social media heavy. It's good to just take a step back. Obviously, if it's your job, you probably maybe can't, but I hope you can. If you are like in the content world, I hope you can take a step back. Obviously, I work a 9 to 5, so it's not like I rely on social media financially. So I did just, you know, just decide to take a break. And my mental health is not good at the moment. It's still not good. I wouldn't say I'm better, but I think through what I did throughout the 2 weeks, I think I'm on the right direction to get better, whereas I think if I didn't take that break, it may have maybe gone down further, you know. So without further ado, let's get into what I did. My 14-day social media detox. Number 1, meditation. If you know me, I struggle with meditation. I really do. I will be so honest. It is, I just find it really hard to like turn my mind off. You know, when they're like, oh, just listen to the voice, then I start thinking of what am I having for dinner, and you know what I mean, like my mind just starts going. So I do find it difficult, which is why I did 5-minute meditations. I found one on Spotify actually this time. I usually do them on YouTube, but I found them on Spotify. If not that, I did do some in yoga, leading on to my next point. So I use Yoga with Adriene, have always used her, will always use her. She is the OG, love Benji, love her yoga, easy to follow, and yeah, 10 out of 10. If you've never heard of her, go and do some yoga with her and get back to me, because it's always, she does 10-minute ones, which I prefer. Like, she's just shorter ones, she does longer ones. It's a bit of everything for everyone, you know. You can literally just type how you're feeling in Yoga with Adriene, there's probably a yoga for how you're feeling. The main reason I wanted to do yoga was because I very much hold in my emotions, and I do think it just gets stored in my body a lot. So I wanted to do my best to get that anxiety, to get just all that pent up feelings kind of out as much as I could. So yeah, really happy I decided to do yoga. That is something that I always put into my weeks, to be honest. So for 3 of the things I did, it was actually like every weekday. So that was also journaling. So there was a hell of a lot of journaling. I was just really trying to tune into how I was feeling, I guess. And I actually asked ChatGPT for like prompts. I was like, I want to focus on this, can you give me prompts so I like can delve deeper? I think that really helped. I did affirmations, which I've never actually done. And I also just did things I like about myself, because I was just really struggling, and still am a bit. I'm a bit better now after the 2 weeks of just finding things I like about myself and believing in myself and finding things I'm grateful for. Like, I always do that. I always do 3 things I'm grateful for, but I just find it very hard, you know. It is very difficult, and if you're struggling with the journaling, just know, you know, move on, keep it short. It doesn't have to be long. Just remove the pressure and kind of let your mind flow. Just write whatever comes to mind, then whatever comes to mind next, and yeah, just don't put too much pressure on it. But I would always recommend journaling if you're like me and you hold all your feelings in, which is not healthy, but we'll work on that when we get therapy at one point. One thing I did every day was get outside for a daily walk. I'm usually okay with this, but there's some days I don't leave the house, and I don't want any days to be like that unless needed, you know. I can commit to getting out of the house for 10 minutes if I can commit to doing anything else for 10 minutes, you know. Like 10 minutes is not a lot of time, and that's what I told myself. I didn't need to go on some hour walk. I didn't need to go really long. If I wanted to, I could, but I gave myself the option of you just need to get out for a little bit, just a little bit, and then see how it goes. And it just gives yourself time to relax. Just put some music on, put a podcast on maybe, and just chill out, just walk and let your mind wander. I feel like I always get a lot of clarity when I walk, actually. Going on to the next thing, reading. I actually read 2 books during these weeks, which was Iron Flame and Onyx Storm. Thank you, Anya. I don't know if you'd watch this. She recommended me to read the Fourth Wing series, Forever Grateful. It was such a good series. I can't believe I finished it so quickly, because now I'm like... But now I've moved on to Throne of Glass. I really got onto my reading. I felt like it's a really good way to just escape your reality, to be honest, which maybe isn't completely good, but you know, I'm doing the focus stuff with the journaling, and then just let my mind just dive into this story. And 10/10 would recommend. As always, recommend a Kindle. Then I just kind of did some general self-care, a bit basic, but I did a face mask, I whitened my teeth, I plucked my brows, shaved my face, fake tanned, you know, just all that simple self-care, which I've really not done. Not painted my nails, not fake tanned, not plucked my brows. I didn't do any of that for quite a while, so it was just quite nice to do that, I guess. And then watch TV. That's kind of the reason I needed to replace something that I could watch, if you know what I mean, because I watch a lot of YouTube. So I just decided to watch some TV. I watched Night Agent season 2. I also watched The Hunger Games. I didn't watch much, to be honest. I was doing a lot of reading, or I was just too mentally exhausted and just staring into thin air, or yeah, I don't know. But yeah, did that. And I also made some weekend plans. I went to Brighton, which was lovely, with Ryan. I never really make spontaneous plans, but we kind of decided last minute, like, oh, let's do this next weekend. Which I usually plan a few weekends in advance, but it's quite nice to just, you know, take ourselves to Brighton for like midday-ish and wander around, and yeah, it was really lovely. And we also went on a date night, and yeah, I was just trying to be really present in all of it, because I feel like I'm always waiting for the next thing. I still was, if I'm being brutally honest, whilst I was in these things, but I'm really trying to actively think, Leanne, you need to be a bit more present. You need to not be thinking, what's happening next? What's happening next? Like, just live in the moment. My main objective, I guess, was just to let myself chill. I did take, unintentionally, 2 weeks off the gym. The second week was intentional, the first week wasn't, because I got a bit run down as well. I'm kind of on the other side of it now. But I was like, right, okay, my mind has even run my immune system into the ground now. I need to just give in, you know, just give in to the emotions and deal with it. I also, entirely random, bought some vitamin D because my work actually got a nutritionist brought in to do a talk, and she said in the UK a lot of us actually do lack vitamin D in the winter, so I thought, you know, I'll take all the help I can. I did some nice baking, yeah, I just kind of was living that, would you say, soft life maybe, and making sure like all my notifications were off, apart from the text and WhatsApp, just like silence the outside world basically. And I also kind of tried to make sure I had a clean, tidy space. I kind of do that anyway, but I did like a deep clean. There's nothing better after you do a deep clean, honestly. But I think that's about it. I think that's the recap of what I did. Like I said, I'm not fixed, I'm not cured. I'm not saying you'll do this and you will be cured. You know, if there's other things going on until you resolve them, it's not going to cure you completely, but it's going to help you be on the right track, on the right way to feeling better. And I do feel like that. I feel like yesterday I hit a real low, if I'm being completely raw and honest. I was really woke up in just a really, really bad mood, and knowing your mind is just like in full attack mode. That's what it felt like, and it can just be really debilitating, really lonely. yeah, your 20s are hard. Like, it's like a different kind of hard, you know? Like, when you're younger, you're like, oh my god, but then in your 20s, it's like the pressure and different dynamics shifting and people growing up, and I don't know. It's just a weird time at the moment, and I feel like I'm on the right track to being the person I want to be. There's just a lot of groundwork I need to put in to get to that version of myself, and I just don't want... My main objective is to stop my mind from destroying my life, basically. The amount it impacts my day life, everything in my life is just... it's not good, so I need to fix that. I'm not expecting, you know, a quick fix like this. Like I said, this was not a quick fix, but it was to make sure to kickstart myself on the way to feeling better and allowing myself to actually feel sad, because I don't like feeling sad, but then, you know, it's just a vicious cycle. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're the same as me, I'm sending you a lot of love, and just remember, it's a bad day, not a bad life. That is the one thing that I always remind myself, and it gives me reassurance. Like, I've had a lot of bad days before, and it doesn't mean my entire life has been bad, you know? There's gonna be bad with the good in life. It sucks, it really does, but as long as you're trying your best, that's all you can do, you know? You can only try your best, and that is what matters. But yeah, sending all my love, and if you also are thinking of doing a little social media break, do let me know. I'm nosy, see how you get on, and yeah, hope you have a nice day, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next video.